to Ditzy's Diamond Den. My name is Alicia and my husband does the channel with me, and he is Paul. And today we are going to be working on our WIP. And just in case you're new to diamond painting, WIP stands for Work in Progress. And I'm actually working on an older diamond art club called Valentine Masquerade. This was done by Jasmine Beckett Griffith. She is definitely does a lot of the Big Eye Girls. I'm a huge fan of this, and I love fairies. So when I saw this, I had to buy it, and I picked it up on D-Stash for a really good deal a while ago. I've been working on her for quite some time, and then for almost a year now actually, but then I hit her fairies, so I've been going really hard at her. And I've got this new setup in my living room, which I will take a picture of like the new setup and show it to you. So I'm actually sitting on our new couches today while working on this. So I will, show you how I got everything all set up. I now have like a little mini craft room right in my living room. So I'm using my Pretty Enablers Outpost pen today with my Diamond Art Club multi-placer and single placer. I'm actually using a Muni made tray. I really like these high walls for when I'm working like in my bed or on the couch, because it helps prevent spillage, and then I don't get the drills all over the bed and on the couch, and then get the drills in other spots that are a little bit more uncomfortable.
Like my feet?
Yeah.
Always.
Always on the feet. I've got glue dots in here, and I've got Tracy's DP Worlds putty. She actually sent me a Christmas, it's got those little boxes, and you pull each one each week, an advent calendar.
Yes.
She sent me an advent calendar. If you want one, make sure you message her and let her know we want to buy one this year. And I'm using the this is the cherry slushy, and I absolutely love it. Just using my normal tweezers, and I am using my TTT After Dark, a cute but psycho tray that I had custom made for me.
It's so cool.
It is so cool. I love Happy Bunny. He's so sarcastic.
I like the trays. I find myself, I could be not only a pen collector, but a tray collector as well, easily.
Yes, I've been getting some trays. I actually took a little bit of a step back from trays because I need another tray holder because I filled mine all up.
I saw that.
So it's like, oopsie. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and throw up the picture of my area right now. So you'll see on the right side, we've got some 2x1 cube storages, and we've actually got 3 of those. And the reason why we got 3 2x1s was so that we could turn it the opposite direction, so I can use the storage, so the chair itself wouldn't cover the openings. What's really funny though is I can't use the bottom storage, because this is where we used to walk through the house, and Ollie doesn't want to walk around the couches, so he has been walking through the bottom part of the cube storages. Cute. It is so cute. I need to get it on video and post a little video of him walking through the cube.
Yeah, and he's so old and he's getting blind, so that's just the way he's walked for years. So he's like, what is this nonsense?
Yeah, so that's why we have them turned this way. Now, I've got some stuff coming in the mail on Thursday too also. So we're getting another cube, and so this is still a work in progress in itself, and I will show you what the final thing is going to look like when I am done.
Yep, the cube, I actually just got notification that it is here. I just have to go pick it up.
Yep, and then I just sit on the couch with my little lap board and my light pad. I have all my drills on the left side, holding them, and I absolutely love it. It is so comfortable to diamond paint with my stuff, and everything is still in reach. So,
and these chairs though are so comfortable. I literally will sit out here all night until like past my bedtime, just so I can have extra time sitting in my chair.
Oh yeah,
it's crazy. And I can just sprawl out on this thing. It's so comfortable. It's so big. It's so soft.
These were supposed to be delivered today.
Oh, I'm so glad we went and picked them up, or you picked up your first one all by your lonesome.
I did. So I actually, I on my vlog this week, I called it I Am Mighty Mouse.
Yeah, these things are no joke heavy.
Yeah, when we went to pick up Paul's, there was two guys trying to get it in the truck, and they were struggling with lifting it and moving it around. And I moved it out of the truck and into the house and set it all up completely by myself.
Yep.
And there were two guys that were like having problems lifting it and maneuvering it. And yeah, then Paul was picking it up and like getting it into the house, and he's like, holy crap, how did you do this?
Yeah, it was heavy. And it's just a giant, awkward box too.
Yeah, and him and my son brought it into the house.
I mean, just the bottom, the base that we sit on has to be flipped every once in a while, every, whatever, 6 months, whatever, like a bed. And even just that cushion by itself is ridiculously heavy.
Yeah, and he was smart because he like took the cushion off.
Oh yeah,
and
no extra weight, man.
I did not take the cushions off. I just He-Manned the whole thing out of the truck and into the house.
No. I felt how heavy this bottom was, and I was like, that's coming out.
Yeah,
because it does. It comes out. The back comes off. The two little pillows that sit in the front of it, they come off. So you can make it pretty. I mean, it's still heavy even without all that stuff, though.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
But I knew it was Memorial Day weekend coming up, and you had 3 days off, and I know that you've been sitting in like that hard wooden chair for your games.
like a teenager.
So I don't know. I wanted to do something nice for you. You were gone all week last week.
Yeah.
He was over at the coast, and he left Sunday night. Sunday mid-afternoon.
Yeah, about 4, I think, somewhere right in there.
Yeah, and he didn't get back until late Friday night.
Yeah,
and we're not
what time.
used to being like apart. So that was really kind of, I don't know, rough but fun.
I don't know if I didn't think it was fun. I mean, but you were home. Being home is very different than being in a junky motel.
It is, but I got so much stuff done also.
Yeah.
I got a ridiculous amount of things all cleaned up and taken care of. Actually, just like the last 3 weeks, because then the week before that, I also I purge. I don't like having too much stuff. I don't know what it is, but I always feel weird if I own too much. So I always purge at least once a year, sometimes twice a year. And so, yeah, I've been on a cleaning frenzy. So yeah, that's been happening. Except for I noticed that I forgot to mop the floors.
You monster.
I know.
You let my poor feet touch dirty, ick floors.
I did so much. And then I forgot the most basic thing of mopping the floors.
I mean, I do the kitchen sometimes, and I don't do the counter sometimes. I just forget. I mean, it's just us. It doesn't really get that bad.
I don't know, because usually the kitchen is Paul's domain, but when he was gone, I scrubbed the kitchen and organized it and cleaned everything out. And I don't know, because I found a lot of stuff on the kitchen cabinets and drawers, spillages that hadn't been wiped out.
Yeah, see, I don't see those things, so I'm a guy.
That's okay.
If the drawer is shut, I don't see it, and it never happened.
That's okay. I cleaned it all up.
I appreciate you.
And got it all done. And then we've been kind of lax on the channel with getting the vlogs out and getting our WIP and chats and everything out. Let me tell you, oh my goodness. So I like doing events. They are a lot of fun, and generally I'm really organized and everything is golden. But doing 2 in a row was definitely a mistake.
Not just in a row. I mean, they were one ended, the other one began the next day. And
yes.
It was rough. It was very rough. It was diamonds in the rough.
Yes. So, I definitely kind of took a little bit, because, I hear about people get burnt out on it, and I don't want that to happen to me. I love doing my channel so much, and, I'm here for it. I mean, yes, I'm not gonna lie. I'd love it if I gained some more subscribers, maybe made a couple more pennies or whatever. But the
I
most
just want to meet new friends. I like all the people we get to meet. It's so crazy. It's such a huge variety of people.
But
Sorry, go ahead.
the most important thing to me is, I look at it like this. I get emails. I get emails from people and they share beautiful, sad, tragic, all kinds of things with me. And, I don't offer advice or words of wisdom. I try to hear, make people maybe feel less alone. And so, well, even though, yes, of course, I'm a YouTuber, I want all those things. But as long as I'm still getting those emails and I feel like I'm maybe helping somebody's heart hurt just a little bit less, then I'm going to keep on going. Because that is what really, really gets to me is when I get those emails and it's just like, you know what? I don't know what's going on in their life, but I'm glad that they were able to just sit down, put their feelings and put their thoughts into words, get it out of them, and just have a safe place to talk about it and not have to worry about being judged or anything like that. And that makes me feel good. So that is like my number one reason. Of course, I also, like I said, I don't want to pull your guys' change. Of course, I want to get bigger and stuff, but that's not the main goal. That's not like the purpose of my channel. And that's not the purpose of Paul's channel. I know he's all about just like the meeting people. Mm-hmm. Although it does also sometimes gets a little bit hard, even with that, because it's like, when you guys send me something, I read it, like fully read it. I read all of my comments. I read all of that stuff. And it means a lot to me being able to like find out about your guys' lives and what you're up to that week. And, just kind of what's going on, speaking of which, let me know. I don't say it all the time. I don't remind people, and I guess I should, because, you don't know if somebody loves you if they don't ever tell you they love you. And I'm not very good at saying it because, like, in a mechanical kind of way to where I remember because everything's written down, I just expect people to know, I guess, that I care. I want to know what happened this week. Did you get a promotion? Did you get a new puppy? Did you find a new TV show? Was it just kind of, just another day, just another week? Not feeling much of anything. Did you have a grandbaby? I want to know all these things. I love getting to know people. I have an insatiable curiosity in me about people's lives.
About anything. Just like anything. She is just like so curious. And I am the least curious person. She could be like, I got a secret. I'm like, cool. It's just like, don't you want to do this? I'm like, nah, I can wait.
Oh, I do have a secret.
Cool.
But no, I like knowing about people. And honestly, I think a lot of it has to do with anybody that's been watching my channel knows that, you know what? I did not have an apple pie life. I am definitely, the girl from the wrong side of the tracks type of person. And I always felt a lot of shame about that. And I'm, getting over like that shame of being the girl that came from the wrong side of the tracks, the rough and tumble kind of side. I am me. And how I was raised and whether or not we had money doesn't really define who I am. Not that I don't still struggle with that sometimes. You know, sometimes I do see people but that's just it. It's like you don't know. Even though their life may seem like it was all cheerleaders and jocks and all the good things in life, you don't actually know. I try not to like dwell on that, but sometimes that is hard. I was actually kind of dwelling on that a little bit today. You know, kind of like, I don't know, something happened. I don't want to go into the specifics, but I kind of was like, oh, is that still kind of how people see me? I don't know, like the girl from the wrong side of the tracks, like maybe, and we talked about this last week, where I don't really still belong, I guess, in polite society. But like I said, I'm getting over like the whole entire just, I don't know, feeling embarrassed and ashamed of the fact that I was raised in a trailer park, and that the area I lived in was called Poverty Flats. You know, it's something that I need to get over it. I need to stop being weird about it. It's hard because sometimes you feel like everybody around you is just, I don't know, like better than you because they had the apple pie kind of life, which I know isn't accurate, but sometimes it definitely you do. You feel like maybe they're a little bit better than you. And I think that's just kind of how our society works, which is kind of sad, but
That's just society and the keeping up with the Joneses. That doesn't mean they're any better or any worse or, you know, whatever than anybody else.
But it kind of is, because then you got like your VIPs, like celebrities, because they're known and they have more money.
Yeah, but a celebrity can be a very down-to-earth person of just like everybody else. And there's some that aren't. And it's going to be the same in anything.
It is. There is such a thing, of course, as status. And status is usually through wealth and whatnot. But yeah, I digress, because like that wasn't the point of this whole entire WIP and chat. But yeah, I wanted to bring it up because I did kind of feel, I don't know, something happened and it just kind of made me feel, and it wasn't anything that anybody did or anything that anybody said. It was totally like one of those made up feelings in my head. And for just a minute, it kind of made me think about it. And I was just like, you know what? No. People get things because they earn it. And if I want stuff, I need to work hard for it and I need to earn it. And I don't get it just because of the fact that people can like take one look at me and be like, oh, that girl grew up in a trailer park.
They don't just see that automatically?
I can see the trailer on her. Look at her.
I mean, that's what I see every time I see you.
I know, it's like when I say it out loud, I'm like laughing because it's so ridiculous, but I swear sometimes that's how you feel. Anybody that grew up, kind of like that, you're going to be like, yeah, sometimes it is. You feel like it's like a stink that you can never kind of wash off. So, yeah. But no, I'm definitely, I don't know. I ended up in a good place today because I had it was such a brief moment, guys. It was like just 2 seconds.
Just a fleeting thought.
It was just a fleeting thought. Like, can they still smell it on me? And then I snapped right out of it. And I'm like, you know what? No. And even if they can, who cares? Nobody has the right to judge me. I didn't choose who I was born to. The fact is that I worked really, really hard. I've made the very best out of my life, and I've always tried to show kindness and grace to people, unless you're mean to somebody I love, and then you get a little lightning, and you get a little thunder.
Thunder, lightning?
Yeah.
Thunder, lightning?
Exactly. We also... I'm so excited. So we're going to have the Friday Night Live. So I know Katie and Lindsay are also going live on Friday to do the countdown. And so please don't feel weird if you're not able to, come and hang out with us. We are going to be going 2 hours earlier than them. We're going to start at 2 hours earlier than them. And so it's going to be Berta and Tammy and Tiffany and me and Crafts with Crashley and Tima. I don't know if Cheryl's going to try to make it on her phone.
What about me?
And Paul.
I might be there.
Yeah, and so we're all going to get together at Ditzysdiamondden at 5 p.m. PST, and we are going to go through all of the anniversary drops that Diamond Art Club is releasing and just kind of gab a little bit about them, maybe do some polls, see which ones you like must have as release papers, and then after 2 hours, so at 7 p.m. PST, is when Tima usually goes on DP with Sparklers. So we're all going to jump off of my channel and we're going to run over to Tima's and we're going to hang out with her.
We're just going to click a button. We're not going to run over there. We're just going to click a button.
I'm going to run around the table just so I can say I ran there.
Okay, you do that.
And we're going to go over them again, and we're going to talk about hey, look, I'm using pixie dust from DP with Sparklers. We're going to talk about bling. Out of all the diamond paintings that are coming out, we're going to talk about what we want to bling out, what kind of blings we're looking at. It is going to be a lot of fun. And so that will be going on the same time as Katie's live. And I know that Katie and Lindsay are probably going to be doing some DAC gift card giveaways. So I don't know if you guys just want to hang out over at Katie and catch us on the replay. Super, super awesome. Or you guys can dual screen it. I'm probably going to dual screen it. I'm probably going to be on a live while watching a live, guys, as I'm sure a lot of us are. I mean, for diamond painters, Diamond Art Club's anniversary, this is a big deal. This is second Christmas for us. And it's the second Christmas for our husband's pocketbooks, or for our own pocketbooks, depending on how you look at it. So yeah, it is going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a lot of excitement. There's going to be a lot going on. Pop in or out, like I said, or catch it on the replay. No hard feelings there, because I was talking on my live and we were talking with Crashley and I was like, is anybody doing it? And everybody's like, no. Well, it turns out they are doing it. They haven't done a big announcement because they are going to be at the Crafters Paradise retreat. And so they're not 100% sure on what the Wi-Fi situation is going to be like there, but they are planning on going live. So I did go ahead. I reached out to Katie and I was just like, oops. I was like, so we're talking about, doing the live because we didn't think anything was going to be going on this year with, her being at the retreat. Although I should have known better because Katie is nothing if not extremely professional and extremely reliable. I didn't ask you for help, Alexa, but thank you for offering. And so I was just like, well, I already kind of did it, and Katie's Katie and Lindsay's Lindsay, and I'm kind of a micro, YouTuber. And she's like, girl, just do it. She's like, you didn't even have to ask. And it's like, well, I like to be respectful and polite and kind. I don't want to stomp all over anybody's toes. I was under the impression we weren't going to get it this year. And so I just was like, oh, heck yeah, I want to do it. That sounds like fun. Especially getting together. I love doing lives with my friends. It is so much fun. And I love having my friends come to the lives with all the people and getting to know new people and hearing new people's thoughts on the art and stuff. So I think it's going to be a very good time. And I'm hoping we can all find a little bit of time for everyone, because everybody is going to have something very important and interesting to say about these works of art that are coming out. And I believe that Katie, so you guys know, Katie and Lindsay are going live on Friday at, I think it's 9. No. 7 p.m. PST is what time they are going live. So, yeah. And Paul?
Yes?
What are you doing the rest of this week? Because I know last week what were you doing over at the coast? Let's hear about your life a little bit, baby.
We built out a camera system over a very, very large marina and maybe 200 or 300 slot RV park. That covers just some areas that they wanted to make sure were covered. So the entrance has a license plate reader, 4K camera. Their staff entrance is covered with a camera at night, so when the ladies are closing up and getting ready to leave, they can glance at that camera and make sure nobody's out there waiting. It does a whole bunch of stuff. We have a new camera in their lobby.
Such a dark twist. Make sure nobody is waiting. That was a dark twist.
That was kind of dark.
Yeah, just for their safety. Make sure just so they can look back. Make sure nobody's waiting for them. I mean, that sounded a little creepy instead of just for their safety.
It's for their safety. It's for their safety. So we have stuff covering different machines, coin machines for laundry and stuff, and some of the.
So nobody steals all the quarters?
Park. Yeah, I mean, or breaks the machine, or if it jams or whatever, they'll know something is wrong with it. They'll be able to look it up. We have lots of cameras covering the outside, the port docks, the loading dock for some of the boats near the bait shop. We cover majority of the restrooms outside, of course, so with pan, tilt, zoom cameras that just keep an eye on everything. But in building that camera network, we also had to build a internet network because they have to have internet. So we built its own private internet network with no Wi-Fi, just for the cameras, and had to set up multi-point and point to multi-point access points and CPEs to get service to these areas that had nothing before, where they needed cameras to cover different docks or restroom areas or dump stations for RVs, fuel stations, so the water fuel station and the LP gas land fuel station. So lots and lots of cameras, and making sure they all worked, making sure they were looking at what they're supposed to look at, and yes.
I don't know if anybody understood that. I didn't.
It was work.
I just tell him I'm really proud of him and thank you for working so hard.
Yes.
And just kind of look at him blankly.
It's a lot of work because it is a huge, an entire marina and a giant RV park all together.
And I love that he loves his job so much that he will seriously just say the same thing about his job 4 or 5 different times a day, and each section is like a 2 or 3 hour conversation. That is how much he loves his job. I wish everybody was able to be that passionate about their job to where they could literally talk about it 24/7.
Yeah, I mean, it's nice. And every job for me is different. Every challenge is different. Every aspect of it is different because the location is completely different. We work at, the coast is beautiful. Yes, you're right there on the ocean.
You forgot to send me flower pictures.
I didn't even go out and take flower pictures. So, yeah, it was just a busy, busy time. And by the time I got back, because it was sunny the entire time, so I probably ran into some heat stroke at
Oh, my goodness. Point. Yeah, and he had windburn all over his cheeks, and his lips are all chapped.
Yep, lips are chapped and cracked and broken, and
oh, yeah.
now they're starting to go back to normal.
The air over there is... Well, yeah, but then you had to go back today.
Yeah, but only one day, not 5 days of beating down sun and nonstop wind.
But that weather was not good for you. It aged you like 10 years in a week.
Yeah. But like I was saying, every job is different. So sometimes I'll be working at the coast. Sometimes I'll be working in a vineyard. Sometimes I'll be working at
On a mountain?
a harvest, a mountain,
A beer festival?
wherever it might be that I'm building stuff out. The fairgrounds, lots of RV parks. But yes, the fairgrounds is a fun one because it's also just a massive undertaking of internet and cameras. So yes, and we also do home internet for rural areas in our particular location. That's all I've got to say about that.
Yes. Well, we appreciate it. Oh, and so sad news, guys. Rich had ever so nicely, we'd had a lot of interest in like doing a book club, and Rich was nice enough to offer to like run it for us. Unfortunately, you know, not a lot of people were showing up. A lot of people weren't wanting to read the books. I mean, even I missed, I think, 2 books that I did not read.
Yeah, I did too.
Yeah, there was 2 books that I didn't read. I tried really, really hard to read one of them, and I just kept falling asleep. So I like couldn't get through it. And then one of them, I was a little bit nervous about the subject matter. It turns out I did not need to be once I heard about it. It actually sounded like a really interesting book. But so yeah, book club is done, canceled, gone, no more.
Finito. But there's many other book clubs out there. I mean, you can do a quick Google search and get into a book club that you might like.
Yeah, so I'm sorry it didn't work out. I will tell you, I did not like the last book that we read, and I read the whole thing. I was quite excited to have the lively debate about why I thought this book was so incredibly trashy. And we were going to have a movie night.
Yep.
So I was really excited about it, but that is not going to happen. But we will definitely, it's been a minute since we had a movie night. We should probably look at doing something like that. Yes.
Yeah, I enjoy movie night and game night.
Yeah.
Those are some of my favorites.
I feel like it's been a minute since we did a movie night.
Yeah.
And with it getting summertime, that'd be perfect. Maybe we can all go outside and pretend that we're at the drive-thru.
Yeah, movies in the backyard.
Movies in the backyard.
Not in the park, not the drive-thru, in the backyard.
Yes, absolutely. So, yeah, sad to say, no more book club. On a good note, Paul and I did get into Lone Star.
Yes.
And of course, the first thing when I told somebody I was really excited, and the first thing they were like, "Oh, what about Ollie?" Well, my dad lives in Arizona, which means I can leave Ollie with him. Also, Texas is a little bit closer than Illinois.
Yeah.
Yeah. I could drive from Texas to home in a day. Easy peasy.
Maybe, but we can also fly.
I have drove from Texas, and yeah.
Yeah, I mean, flying is easy. It's fast. That's simple.
Yes. But so I will, if we drive, which is a possibility. I was thinking about borrowing my son's car and then driving down so I could see my father, because my father's getting old and I've only seen him a couple times in the last 30 years.
I wouldn't mind seeing your dad too, but yeah, I just don't. I like my
Or maybe we can just fly down to Vegas and then steal my dad's car and drive to Texas from there.
Maybe.
Yeah, I love seeing my daddy. I am a massive daddy's girl, and you grow up and you get busy, and your parents, you know what, they get their own lives when you grow up. It's hard to see you go, but yes, eventually they get their own lives. And like getting together is not always the easiest thing to do. So visiting my dad is always like a huge happy little thing on my list. So I just figured I'd leave Ollie with my dad. On a sad note, though, I honestly don't know, how Ollie's going to be doing at the end of September. He's having it's so hard because his body hurts. You can tell his body hurts him so bad.
I don't think it hurts him that bad, but he's just old. It's just old. Like I'm sore. My knees are bad. My ankles toast. It comes along with getting older.
Okay, well, it seems to me like he is hurting really bad because he doesn't ever walk without a limp anymore. He has a hard time getting down the steps into the yard, so now he just walks outside and pees on the porch right outside because it's really hard for him to barely even get outside at this point. So, and he's having a hard time with the stairs, but yeah, mostly it's just he's having a hard time getting around. He always walks with like a limp in his front and his back legs now. So, but it's hard because he still has a lot of like zoom. Like he loves to walk through this, and he isn't right now, but he can fit underneath this. And I sit cross-legged, and he curls up underneath this in my lap.
Yep, but I've got him right now since he's over here.
Yes, but I like sitting right here, which is one of the reasons why I do like this also, is because of the fact that Ollie has not been feeling so great. I haven't been getting into my craft room as much because I feel guilty. I feel so gosh darn guilty every time I go into my craft room and I'm not holding him. I don't know if this is normal or not, but I feel like any time I am not petting him is wasted time. Like I should just hold him 24/7 all the time and never let go. Yeah, so I don't even like going into the craft room too long without him right now.
Yeah,
so
well, this way you can still spend time with him, and he's out here, and
yep, this way I get to hold him and craft, and he can just curl up in my lap, which is his happy place.
Yep, and we've been doing that a lot since we got these new couches because we're now out here. He comes up here and lays down with us.
Well,
and he
a
can
little
go between
bit.
our couches too.
Yeah, a little bit. At first he was kind of like, oh, what are you doing? And he kept trying to get me to go back into the bedroom. He's like, oh, no. Curl up in the bed with me. Curl up in the bed with me. But it's like, that is not good for my mental health to be in bed all the freaking time with him. And I have been. I've been just curled up in bed, petting him for months now. So it's been kind of rough. Like I said, I don't know. I feel horribly guilty. Like even going to the grocery store is kind of hard. Yeah, I just love him. I just love him so gosh darn much. And I like to just hold him in my arms, and I gently rub his belly, and I whisper to him, I just love you. I just love you so much. I love you always. I love you forever. You're my precious baby. And Paul says that I'm weird.
No, I mean, I kind of do the same thing. I just grab him and I pet his face, and I was like, how'd you get so cute?
I know, he's just the cutest thing ever.
You're super cute.
He really is. Oh my goodness.
He's lived a spoiled, pampered prince life. He's known nothing but, love.
Yes.
And that's not every animal. So I think he is super happy. He is content with himself. That's why he's always sleeping.
Of course he's content.
and then I reach over and I pet him like every couple of minutes.
He's been training us for years. We know exactly what we're supposed to be doing and exactly when.
He heard me and he looked up. He's like, "Where'd you stop petting me?"
To make everything perfect for Prince Ali.
I know. I'll be like, "Oh, is the fan blowing on you too hard? Let me move that."
Yeah, seriously. He is, he's our world. He really is. And I know a lot of you guys get that because a lot of you guys feel the same way about your dogs.
Or cats. Or
Yes.
Animals.
Rats.
Say animals in general.
Snakes. I like rats and snakes. No,
no
Paul doesn't
snakes.
like the snakes. Paul's like, no snakes.
No snakes. No snake you.
No snake. No snakes, you. Ha Paul did a punny.
I'm super punny.
You did a punny. You did a punny. So, a little recap on our week. And I would love it if after you guys told me how your week has been, please tell me. Inquiring minds really, really do want to know. I have so much curiosity in me.
She does.
A little recap of our week. And I think we're going to do this each week. And we would love a little recap from you guys. Maybe we can find some new things that sound good and learn about each other a little bit. So, my favorite song for this particular week has been by Samantha Leah, and it's called I Choose Me.
'Cause I choose me.
Yeah, it's what I call like my angry girl music. It's just it's basically it's women who sings songs about female empowerment. I listen to a lot of music like that. It would kind of classify, I guess, as like a poppy rock and roll. And so, yeah, the song is called I Choose Me. It's by Samantha Leah. It is extremely empowering and beautiful. And I have been feeling that. That song just, it makes my butt move. It makes my heart feel good. It makes me all, I am woman, hear me roar. Yeah. So what has your song of the week been, baby?
I can't remember. It's Dirt on Me, and I think it's Colt Graves.
Yes, and it's a country song.
It is. Most of my music that I will choose or go to is always going to go back to country. I do listen to a lot of really old, well, I don't want to say it's really old, but just 80s music, Eye in the Sky, just a bunch of different slower songs, I guess, because that reminds me
Power ballads.
Yeah, power ballads. There they are. So that reminds me of my childhood when I hear those.
Which is so funny because when we first got together, he didn't listen to music.
I didn't. No, I didn't really. I just kind of listened to whatever my parents listened to. So lots of Zeppelin, lots of Beatles. My mom listened to a lot of Mariah Carey and some of the other music that I probably listened to more. Yeah, I can't even think of all the names of the groups, but anything from the 80s to 90s was what I would hear. But nowadays, it is almost exclusively country.
Which you hated when we first got together. You were like, oh, I don't like country music.
But remember, when we first got together, I was 16, so
that's true.
I wasn't very versed in my musical prowess.
Panther.
But yes, that's my song this week, and I think it is a new track by Colt Graves, and it's called "Dirt on Me."
Yes. Is there anything in particular about the song that kind of speaks to you?
No, it just sounded really good. It's got good bass in the big truck.
Just makes your butt want to wiggle.
Yeah, and it's a clean sounding country song to me, and that's what I like about it.
All right. So out of the TV shows that we have been watching this week, so I've been watching Supernatural, but I heard that there was a spin-off of The Boys, and I guess there was a cartoon one, and I don't know, I don't really do cartoons, never been a huge Disney kind of person or Pixar or anything like that, besides, of course, The Last Unicorn. So I haven't watched that one, but I did watch Gen V.
Gen V, yeah.
Yeah.
Gen V.
And I actually really, really liked that. I haven't had the chance yet to Google to see if they're going to do a season 2 because I really, really enjoyed it. And I'm twisted. There's something so wrong with me because I was kind of super digging that the bad guys won.
On which one?
On Gen V.
Oh, see, I haven't made it that far. Maybe other people haven't either.
Oh, oops. Spoiler alert. Bad guys won.
But I do like when the bad guys win sometimes.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. So
Now that's your favorite show of this week?
Yes, that is the favorite show that I've watched this week.
For me, I mean, I don't watch a whole ton of shows. The Gen V or whatever it's called is good. It's funny, but I never miss watching at least one episode of How I Met Your Mother. It's probably my favorite all-time show ever.
More than Scrubs?
More than Scrubs. I am in love with Barney on that show. Just anything with him in it is just pure gold to me.
More than Raising Hope?
Yes, even more than Raising Hope. I like Raising Hope as well. I like My Name is Earl. Holy cow. I never watched that when it first came out. I was just like,
I know.
oh,
I watched it and he said it was dumb.
Yeah, this looks
He sat
dumb.
there and watched it with me while mocking me, saying it was dumb.
But
while he
now-
watched it with me. And then he turned around and watched it by himself and he's like, oh, this is a good show. I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? The whole time I watched it, you mocked me about watching the Hillbillies.
I kind of did the same thing with Supernatural. I was just like, oh, why do you guys watch this show every week? And then I started watching. I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
And what did I tell you about mocking Hillbillies? Be nice to my
I see.
people.
Whatever. I love country music.
Country and hillbilly are not the same thing,
You said
dude.
hillbilly. That's what I thought.
Country and hillbilly are different. Oh, him and his How I Met Your Mother. Oh, I tell you, we drive each other nuts because we have such different tastes in TV shows. And he's watching his shows and I'm like, oh, no. And then the same thing goes when I'm watching mine. He's like, no, make it stop. Unless
Only
it's
if
My Name is Earl.
Hospital shows. They're all the same. They all do the same thing.
All of your shows do the same thing.
Yeah, they make you laugh. See?
Burn.
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 Challenge accepted.
Oh my goodness gracious. And let's see, what else did I hear? All right, so here's favorite movie. So we watched a couple movies. We watched Novocaine. I had a couple moments where it made me do a little bit of gigs, but for the most part, I wasn't really.
I love that actor, so it's hard for me to not want to like it.
Yeah.
And I like him because of The Boys. Because it is Huey from The Boys is in this movie Novocaine.
Oh, I watched the previews for Reacher, and that looked like a good show. Action comedy.
Huh, we'll have to check it out.
Yeah, so we're going to have to check that one out. And then we watched, The Fear Street on Netflix, the newest one.
Yeah.
We
I
actually
didn't care for it.
Okay, so we always watch the movies, no matter how bad they are, like all the way through, because of my curious. And I don't know, because of my curious, I've watched some really bad movies.
Yeah, we
and
have.
read some really bad books and watched like whole seasons of really bad shows just because I had to find out what happened, even if it was a terrible show. My curiosity is bad, guys.
It is, but this Fear Street one, we couldn't. I was just like, I just have to fast forward to find out what happens because I just can't watch this.
Yeah, and he knew I wouldn't let it go until I knew like what happened. It would keep me up at night. I'd be like, but honey.
Yeah, it was just a no-go. I mean, I like a lot of those things too, and they were really good. But we did watch another movie that I was really surprised that I liked.
Oh, I loved it. It was great.
Yeah. I mean, what was it? It was like
Totally killer, and it's got the girl that played Sabrina, and she was in Mad Men.
Yes. I don't know her name, but fantastic. That movie had everything. It had murder. It had time travel. It was just fantastic.
Yeah, it was a whodunit with some comedy. It had some really like touching moments that made you get a little wet-eyed.
We didn't guess who did it. I mean, we had an idea, but no clue who it really was, and then who it turned out to be was crazy. And I mean, I'm still like, I still can't believe that was the original, killer from their time, from her mom's time. So it was a really good movie.
I figured out who it was.
Did you?
Yes.
Did you?
Yeah, after this, I'll tell you exactly where I figured out who it was.
All right. But it was a good movie, and I was surprised because it was just, I don't know. Anything with time travel in it is, and whodunits sometimes are just like, obvious.
I need to see the new Final Destination. It got good reviews. And I want to see the Paul Rudd Unicorn movie.
I don't know what that is.
I showed you the previews. It has Paul Rudd and the Wednesday girl in it. And
Ortega, Jenna Ortega.
Yeah, and the unicorn's killing people.
Oh,
it's an evil
right.
unicorn.
Yeah. It's not a cartoon unicorn. It was a real unicorn.
It was a real life unicorn because it's based on a true story.
Is it? Yeah. I don't think so.
It's based on a true story.
I don't believe it, guys. I don't think that's real. I don't think that's real.
Yes. So I want to see that one, but I want to see the Final Destination. I want to go to the movie theater, but at the same time, I don't want to go to the movie theater.
It's nice now. They've got the reclining chairs and the heat, and I can just fall asleep. I mean, I won't in Final Destination, but I did in other movies, and it was amazing. And I can drink there if you drive us home. I
don't understand why anybody would ever want to have a cocktail at the movie theater. That makes zero sense to me.
It sounds so cool. I don't know why. It just sounds cool.
It's just so freaking weird.
Because soda makes my tummy hurt at the movie theater. I don't know what it is.
It's not the soda. It's all the popcorn with the soda.
Whatever. It's popcorn and soda, and you have to have popcorn and soda when you go to the movies. It's required by law. And so when I do that, I just feel like garbage. But if I just go and I have a drink, cool. I
don't like the popcorn. I want nachos and hot dogs.
Yeah, I do like their nachos. I wish they'd let us bring in other nachos, like 7-Eleven's nachos.
I know. I'm really weird about that. I won't let people sneak stuff into the movie theater.
Nope. I can't even take, like, my little hard candies. Like,
nope.
If I had 3 hard candies in my pocket, she's like, no. You can't take that in there.
Because they don't make any money off of actually the renting, like, for the movie tickets. All of their money is made on the concession. That's why it's so expensive.
Well, they don't have to charge me $7 for a drink. They don't.
I don't know.
The fair doesn't even charge you that much during fair time. It's $5.
No, I get it. So yeah, no. And I'm scared they're going to just keep raising prices. So it's like, no, I don't let people sneak. Oh, what just happened?
I don't know what you've done.
I'm breaking things.
Don't break stuff.
I'm losing drills. I'm going to find that on my bottom later.
Yep, that's yours.
I'm going to find a gray drill on my bottom later. A 415 guaranteed. And Paul's going to laugh at me.
Yep. They're all going to laugh at
They're all going to laugh at me. Oh, wait, did I find it? Why? These 415s have been kind of icky. They're a little pokey all over. I've been struggling with them.
That's an older canvas, though.
It is an older canvas. Yeah. Oh, let me grab my number 3 here so I can play with my Caydo. All right, so let's talk a little bit about diamond paintings. So I was looking at Crashley's new releases for her release papers, and I was really torn because she had some great Margaret Morales and a couple Dakotas, and that Peaceful Bigfoot by Dakota. So I had Saint by Dakota, but I destashed it. which I think may have been a mistake. Don't destash stuff, Alicia. You always make mistakes, as I'm planning to destash here in the near future. But yeah, that, oh my goodness. Sorry. The tree with the big guy and all the little fairies. Oh my goodness. So it was in voting. And I'm so glad that Crashley has already released it. That way we can get our release papers before they come out with it, because everybody voted for that. We're going to so see that sucker sometime in the next year. And in case you guys didn't know, I do have an affiliate code with Crashley. And for everybody that has been using it, oh my goodness, thank you so very much. I appreciate it greatly. I appreciate the business going to Crashley, and I really appreciate you guys using my affiliate code. Not so much, for the little bit of money I get back for that, which I used to buy more release papers. But just because, when you use that affiliate code, basically you guys are telling Crashley that she made a good choice by putting her faith in me that I could help her business grow. And that right there means a lot to me. So Thank you for using that affiliate code and telling Crashley that I was worth it. I appreciate it. So, but yeah, I am so freaking into the peaceful Bigfoot. And then Paul was also looking at the Crashleys, and he liked the Margaret Morales. He actually was really, really digging Spark of Fireflies.
Yes. Yes, I was.
Yes, he was. And I just got my first Margaret Morales. I need to unbox that.
Yes. Yes, you do.
I do. Yes, I do. Chroma came up for sale today. Oh my God. Chroma came back in style. It is on my wish list.
Style or stock?
Came back in stock.
Ah, cool.
And it's on my wish list, but I tried to buy conservative and I decided to let it go back out of stock again. I will re-add it to my wish list because I am saving my pennies for the 15 new releases. I want those. I want the new stuff.
All 50?
No?
Okay.
Just kidding. Yes.
No.
So yeah, I had to let Chroma go. I was really sad. I sat there with it in my car, staring at it longingly for quite some time before I was finally like, "Oh no, naughty girl."
Oh, is that when I saw you and just one tear rolled down your face? like an old
I
80s
just popped a drill out.
movie.
I did. I just popped out a drill because I was too busy giggling.
Just one tear, no specific look on your face. Just one tear came down.
You made me jerk my hand and I popped a drill out, babe.
Popping drills, y'all.
Oh my goodness. Now I can't get it to turn right side up so I can pick it up. Oh, baby, you're messing with me over here. Are you freaking kidding me? Why is this saying beans? Oh, there you go.
There you go, you did it.
Oh my goodness. As for not this week's releases, because those haven't been dropped yet, but last week's releases, so I will pick my favorite release from all the cool shops that I know of, because there are a lot of cool small shops also. But this week, and of course, I didn't buy it because, like I said, I don't buy just willy-nilly. I'm very, very careful with my purchases. But this week, the one that I wanted to buy, that went into my wish list, that maybe someday, if Paul wins the lottery, I can get it, was Witchy Greenhouse by Marigana Sully. That thing spoke to me. All those pink little books and the cute little succulents and the little doggies, and oh my goodness, it had all of the detail. And anybody who's been watching for a while knows I am big on a lot of detail. The more detail, the better. And so that was really cool. Ooh, I don't know why I just thought of this, but you know what would be a really cool diamond painting? You guys remember the show The Littles?
A little bit. Only a little.
I want a diamond painting of the Littles. I loved that show. It was awesome. And I loved the books. Now I need to watch the show. Okay. So Paul looked through the new releases also. His favorite was also at Diamond Art Clubs this week. And his favorite was... your favorite was Inside Watery Eyes by Margaret Morales from Crashly's. Crashley's. You don't know how to read.
That's okay.
Because I wrote this down for you. And then your favorite diamond painting was Spark of Fireflies by Kusian Kel Cabin? Kusian Kel Cabin?
Sure. Sure it was.
You liked was it the colors or was it just that brightness that was kind of like in the middle?
I like high contrast diamond paintings. They'll always catch my eye over just about anything else.
I know we really need to go through Peggy Collins stuff also with how much you like your stained glass stuff. She does so much stained glass stuff. You would love all of her artwork.
Yep, I'm gonna have to do that then. Next, when I'm ready to buy my next one, but I have to finish one more after Aquaman in order to get another one.
Yeah, you need to get to work.
Yeah, I've been doing regular work. Now I need to work on my diamond painting.
Well, I know, just like this weekend, we're doing the live on Thursday, and we're working on Saturday and on
we're doing
Sunday.
the live on Friday.
Friday, yes.
Yeah, and I got work to do. We have to do the couches. We have to take the couches all the way to Grants Pass, so 30 plus miles away.
We've got so much to do this
weekend. And we've got some work to do this weekend as well.
Yes. Oh my goodness, for the channel and for other stuff too. So this weekend is going to be a little brutal. I don't know how we're going to find all the hours.
Yeah, I don't know either. I mean, today was already brutal. I left at 5:45 and I got home at 7:20.
Oh, yeah.
It's 14 hours.
And I woke him up because Paul doesn't, when he has to get up really early, like he's a grown up and everything, but sometimes he struggles when he has to get up super different early. But I have this like weird little internal clock. So I'm really good at like, okay, if Paul has to be up at 4 o'clock, I will be up at 3:30 and help him get up.
Man, she made me my coffee this morning.
Yeah, okay, that's not how I usually am. Usually he wakes up first and he makes me, well, actually I usually still wake up first, but I usually don't move around much. He makes me my coffee and stuff. But if he has to be to work if he has to go to work early, I am up, I am getting the coffee, I am taking care of everything and trying to get him out the door. Maybe you just don't go to work early enough. Maybe you should just always go to work really early.
No, thank you. Pass. Pass.
So, as you guys know, a lot of our channel has to do with making the marriage work. Don't give up on your marriages unless, you are in a dangerous situation, at which point run fast. But if you can, try to work out your marriage. Doesn't mean that I don't believe that some things cannot be salvaged, but I think it's good to try.
I think that goes for both of you. Both of you have to want to work on it. Both of you, if you do couples therapy, both of you have to want to do it. You're not just like, oh, I'm just going because she wants me to go.
Yes.
That's not going to work. You have to want to make a change with anything you do. I don't know how to say it any better than you have to put in the work for it to actually work for you.
It works if you work.
Yeah,
it works
really.
if you work it.
I mean, just like anything you're going to do in life, a job, anything that you want to go after, anything you want to become, if you don't actually work for it and want it, it's not going to happen.
And that's what we were talking about earlier, too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So one of the things that I did want to talk about was this particular week, something that I have been trying to do in my marriage is I've been trying, because a lot of the times when somebody does something nice for you, like Paul makes me my coffee most every mornings, and usually I'm just like, thank you, thank you, thank you. And it becomes really like repetitive and almost like an expected thing. So just trying to stop and maybe say a little bit more than just thank you, and being, I really appreciate that you go out of your way to bring me my coffee in the mornings to start my days right. It means a lot. I see it, and I realize it's not something that you have to do, that it's one of your ways of showing me love. And just acknowledging, that this, even if it's not my love language, this is his love language. Him bringing my coffee every morning is his way of running into the bedroom and screaming, I love you so much, you mean everything to me.
Yes.
And yeah, that's not how I say I love you.
No.
But I need to recognize that these are his ways of saying he loves me, and maybe not just be like, thank you, and really show appreciation and let him know that I see what he is doing. And it makes me feel good. What about this week? What about marriage, or thoughts, tips, tricks?
Me?
Or something that made you feel good? Yeah.
I think I mentioned it to you earlier. Just being able, it's summertime now, it's getting warmer, and being able to just both of us relax and sit in the pool and be together there and not have to think about anything else other than just being in the pool playing what is that game with the little sacks we throw? What is it called?
Cornhole.
Cornhole. So playing cornhole, playing volleyball in there is just fun. And because we are both super competitive, so playing those two games together, we always try to win.
Yes, we're extremely competitive.
But if we just want to sit there and float and, just drop into the water once you get hot and then pop back up on your little floaty and, float around and suntan, it's relaxing and it's nice. It's nice to be able to do.
It is, and we haven't had like a lot of one-on-one togetherness. So I think, and I could be hearing this wrong, what I'm hearing you say is after spending so much time apart, you really liked that quiet closeness that we shared while being in the pool.
Yes,
yeah,
definitely do.
I certainly understand that.
And I like the time that we spent here with just getting the couches. They're like butted up together, so it's very easy to reach out and touch each other, or as we're watching a movie or whatever, while still having our own space.
Yes,
So that's been very nice, and I've enjoyed that she's back out in the living room with me, because I didn't just come out here so I could play my games and get away. There was just no other place for me to do unless I wanted to sit and just diamond paint all the time, but I can't in my chair. I just can't do it. It hurts my back. And I do like being in the living room. So having these couches is another way that we get to spend some more time together, and she can.
And they're comfortable. They don't hurt me.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, they're super comfortable.
Yes.
Like I said, I'll be out here until I have to go to sleep.
Or until I put you to sleep.
Yeah.
And I finished my section.
Hey, good job.
Hey, look at that. Thank you guys so much for joining us today and sitting here and talking with us. I certainly do hope you take the time to let us know how your week went, maybe answer some of the questions that we did, and maybe you'll hit that like and subscribe button, and we'll see you guys next week or Friday at the live, where we're going to have lots of fun. Thanks, guys. Bye.
Bye-bye.